Good day, Splitsie and Capac. I decided to make a bit of a tutorial on gases and on the advanced furnace. Um, so one of the things that I would like to show you about gases is that pipes actually take a lot of volume, and which I believe you might not have realized. So I have this at 1 megapascals, and by the way, this planet I set it up as a constant 20 degrees Celsius temperature, and that was just so that it doesn't tamper with my experiments. So everything is at a constant 20 degrees temperature. So this pipe has 1 megapascal, which in O2 is 164 mole for this pipe, and this is an 8-section pipe. So if I grab these, here it is: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, if I look at this portable tank, it's also 1 megapascal, and it has 162 moles of O2. It actually has a tiny little bit less than the 8 sections of pipe. Portable tanks don't take that much gas, or in another way, pipes take a lot of gas. So at an equalized pressure, both of them 1 megapascals, the 8 sections of pipe actually take as much as the tank. Now, another thing that it's also worth noting is that the tank base also counts as pipe. It takes a little bit less than 1 section of pipe, so this bit here is 1 section, and it has 21 moles of O2, and this one, oh, it's actually the same, 21 moles of O2 as well. So the tank base is basically the same as 1 section of pipe. Now, this was at the 1 megapascal, so the maximum 10 megapascals would take 10 times as much, obviously. But if we have a setup that doesn't have any tank, then we can take it up to 60 megapascals. Now this, I only have 10% here, 6 megapascals, but this could go up to 10 times as much pressure. And if you see this section of pipe, which is 2 pieces, has 246 mole. So two pieces of pipe at maximum pressure can actually take more than one portable tank, considering that the portable tank supports a lower pressure. See, 162 moles and 246. One single piece of pipe can actually, yeah, it's like roughly 75% of the volume of a tank. That is obviously if we take it to the maximum pressure that pipes can handle. Important to note that if we have a mix of pipes and portable tanks, then we can't raise the pressure above 10 megapascals, because then the tanks would blow up, and therefore we would need 8 pieces of pipe to have to contain the same amount of gas as one portable tank. So basically, portable tanks are only useful for their portability if we want to move gas from one place to another. For a fixed setup, just don't use portable tanks. They actually make it worse, because then they don't allow higher pressures. It's much better to have just pipes and store the gas in the pipes themselves. Now, smelting. In this setup, so I don't have portable tanks, I have pipes instead. There's that will be my volatiles tank, well, not exactly a tank, but anyway, my volatile storage, and that would be my oxygen storage. And so Capac's setup has valves here, like I have here. That's a bad idea, and the reason why it's a bad idea is, as I demonstrated, 8 pieces of pipe take as much as one portable tank, and the pipe that Capac has, it's actually a little bit long, so it's going to take as much as the tank itself. So every time you drop some ice in the furnace to fill up the tanks, you're wasting a lot of it, like half. And on top of that, if there's already gas in the tanks and you're topping it up, the gas in the tanks actually is going to flow back because you start with an empty pipe on the common area or an empty furnace, um, and that actually is going to flow back. So you're going to be wasting a lot of ice this way. And I'm going to demonstrate a little bit. I'm going to put some volatiles here. Let's go item volatiles and drop it in there. So it went into the furnace. Let's turn this on. Now, so I want to send the volatiles there. And that's all off, etc. One more thing. And we don't need a valve going into the active vent because the active vent itself blocks the airflow when it's off. So the valve there would be redundant. So I'm going to smelt these oxide, actually volatiles, and smash that activate button. And I don't know, I think, yep, I got rid of it. Let's see. Oh, do I have this on? It is on. So it should be all going in there, but it's not. Huh. Why not? I did put some volatiles in it. Oh, don't tell me it actually melted before it reached. That's interesting. All right, let's try a different way. Let's get rid of these and come back to it later. And let's try dropping a volatile right there. Okay, yeah, it went inside, all good. And smash the activate button. Yep, I think it's all gone. Aha, yep, this time it's working. So we have, all right, so we have hydrogen and 600 kilopascals, and it would be the same there. That's actually a different pipe network. That's 286, this is 288 because there's a valve there, but they equalize, so they would have the same pressure. But if we see here, we have 396 moles, and there we have, can't see with my UI, F2, right? Yes, 198 moles. So we actually have more here, but that's because that's a shorter section of pipe. But then again, a portable tank wouldn't add that much to it, so we still have a big part in this section. So so that we can optimize this, what we have to do is we need a volume pump. So volume pump, and let's get rid of that and put a volume pump there. There it is, and we can do the same thing here straight away. It's not going to it's not going to flow anything until I turn it on, so it's perfectly safe. This is still empty. Yep. Now, and so I'm going to fill up the volatiles pipe. Yep, it's going up. Oh, by the way, I also have these meters here, so I don't really need my tablet. But anyway, there it is, still going up, and oh, same here. So this one is going down. And getting there. Yep, that's stable. Okay, well, just so that this is a bit quicker, get rid of it. Okay, gone. Turn that off. And now we're going to do the same thing for the oxygen. Now, ideally, we should have a filtering system going for the oxygen to remove the nitrogen. But because it's only 10% nitrogen, yeah, it's not a big deal. So I'm actually going to keep it simple and going to use it straight from the oxides. Now, yeah, this is empty. Everything is empty. That's all off. Okay, now I can turn this on, and let's drop here some oxides. Item oxide. There it is. And smash the button. And yep, there's oxide going in there. Oh, I can also increase this to the maximum flow. And there it is. Yeah, it's going. That pipe is filling up. And this one is almost empty. Again, I'm going to do the same thing. Don't need to wait until it goes all the way to 0. We can just get rid of this bit. It wouldn't take long. It's just like, yeah, there's no need for us to be waiting for it. Anyway, that's enough. So, okay, so I have volatiles and oxygen. Now, mixing. So, if we had pure oxygen, we would be making a mix of 33% oxygen and 67% hydrogen. But because the oxygen pipe also has a bit of nitrogen, we have to compensate for that. So the ideal percentage in this case is 36% oxygen plus nitrogen, and 64% hydrogen. This already has the mix done, which is basically the same thing, 64% hydrogen. We could add a little bit more. Why not? We already have the mix and it's going down and this one is going up. And okay, that's enough. It's actually not dangerous if this goes above. I think this is calculating for 10 megapascals, but because the pipe can hold 60 megapascals, this can go up to the red and more. All right, so we have our fuel. There's our mix, and now we want to do some smelting. Right, so I'm going to put back those sections, and by the way, I think I can, yeah, have to do this as well. So both input and output are closed. Let me put this back. By the way, I like to use the inlet like this because then I can just drop things and it will just pick it up straight. I don't. There's the other one, the bean, but that one you have to pull the lever, and so I prefer the inlet. All right, so I like using these because then I can put all the ores inside, and the ores will be there waiting to get in. So I already have the ores here, so I'm going to drop cobalt, copper, iron, and iron. We're going to make astraloy. So they're already there lined up, waiting to get in. I don't have to add them later when it's hot and controlling the pressure and etc. everything at the same time. The ores are already ready to go. All I have to worry about now is the pressure and temperature. Um, so what I'm going to do is first I'm going to add the fuel to the furnace. And what I'll do is I'll turn on here, but just a little bit, 1 or 2 liters. So using C for smaller increments. That way I have more control of how much it goes in. I can even, like, if I put 1 liter, then it goes a little bit slower. I want to go a bit over 300 kilopascals, maybe even 400. Now this is a little bit of trial and error thing. Um, okay, that's enough, maybe. Yes, roughly. Now it's a bit of trial and error thing. I'm sure there's some optimum numbers, but yeah, it's a little bit we have to play adding and removing because it's a little bit hard to control. Later, I'm going to work on a script to control that automatically, but I haven't done that yet. I am sure that there are in the workshop plenty. It's just that I want to make my own, so for now I'm just going to do this manually. All right, so we have 380 kilopascals. Yeah, that should be all right for now. We'll try. So what I'll do is I'll hit the activate button, and that will bring up the temperature, and it will start smelting the ores. Now, one thing to take into consideration is that when the ores smelt, they also release gases, and that adds to the pressure of the furnace. Now, if for some reason I struggle and I can't work out the pressure correctly, don't eject the ores, don't eject the mix, leave it inside, um, drain the gases and start over, but with the mix already smelted, because then it's much easier to set the right temperature and pressure. So so what I'll do is, because I know that when the temperature is the values that I want, which is between 1200 and 1400 Kelvin. Um, sorry, the temperature. Yes, the temperature 1200 and 1400 Kelvin. The pressure will actually be higher than what I want, which is between 5 and 6 megapascals. I mean. Um, so I will need to release the pressure a little bit, and I may get it right or not. I might be a bit too late, and then the temperature is already too low, etc. And then and I'll need to add more gas, mix, and so on. But if I don't have, if the ores are not being smelted, the temperature is much more stable, and so and the pressure is definitely, so it's much easier to control that. But anyway, let's give it a try. Um, so here we go. All right. Okay, that's 8. Okay, let's release a little bit. Yes, that's already a 1.4, which is yeah, like Yeah, it's definitely not going to work. And it still hasn't melted everything, so nah, definitely not going to work. But that's all right. We'll add more gas to the mix. So yeah, okay. Now I'm going to close this one. That's at 4 megapascal, maybe a little bit lower. Yes, and now add a little bit of gas and spam the activate button. And okay, there's it went up again. Need to release pressure. Release pressure. Come on, come on, come on, come on. More, more, more. Come on. Let me see. Come on. Yeah. Yay! And we have Astroloy. So yeah, it's it's one of those things. It's a little bit of playing with the pressure, paying attention to when, like if you see that the pressure is going in the right direction, um, paying attention and pull the lever like at the right moment. So we did make Astroloy. Um, could have could have not happened that well, but anyway, with scripts, sure, that will be much easier to control it. It would do that all of that automatically. But hey, uh, at least for the beginning, that works. So there it is. We have Astroloy. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed. And look, I'm quite happy to answer any questions. Oh, and I'm going to send you this save as well in case you want to make your own experiments. Cheers, guys.